Good morning, everybody. Really quick, if you don't have your Bible and a piece of paper and a pen, I want you to go get it now before we get started, okay? So run and grab your Bible and a piece of paper and a pen. I hope you've had a great week. I've had a pretty good week, and let's go ahead and get started. So we've been talking about the last 24 hours of Jesus' life, okay? So we're going to pick up where we left off last week. We're going to go ahead and watch our Spark intro video to see what's happening this week.
The following takes place between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. Events occur in real time.
Oh, Rubber Ducky, you're the one. Rubber Ducky, lots.
Okay, perhaps we could speed up a bit after I have already gotten dressed for work. Oh, much better. Hello, recruits. It's me, Special Agent Jack Bow Wow. Don't you just love that sound? I am a high-level training supervisor for a very important organization known as Q-Tip. Q-Tip stands for Questionable Training in Progress. As my personal recruits, I feel that I should clue you in on what has happened to me today thus far. This morning, I had already gotten dressed and put my suit on when I realized I was in a bit of a hurry. I hadn't eaten any breakfast, so I ran over, grabbed my hot cup of coffee and my toast, and headed straight for the door. Well, as I ran towards the door, I didn't notice my little puppy dog Palmer laying in the middle of the kitchen floor. I tripped right over Palmer, and my hot cup of coffee went in the air and got all over my suit. Not only that, but Palmer ate my piece of toast. Oh, well, by the time I had changed clothes, I was running so far behind, I got into my vehicle and sped to work. Well, wouldn't you know it, I got a speeding ticket on the way here. It was as if everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. You know, life is full of days like that, or even worse. Even followers of Jesus have troubled times and bad situations happen to them. Don't think that just because you become a Christian that life is going to be all candy and roses. Oh, far from it. Bad stuff happens. It's just part of life. But in your training today, you're going to learn about a promise that Jesus made to the disciples at the Last Supper. And it's a promise that he made to you and I as well. This promise will be exactly what you need to get you through anything that life throws at you. Now, as usual, I may have to contact you throughout the day. So set your satellite to this frequency and I'll break in when necessary. Well, time is of the essence, so I'm going to let you get into your training. Until next time, this is Special Agent Jack Bow Wow, signing off.
What's up?
What's up, everybody? It's me, the SKI to the double TLEF. Skittles in the hizzy, and I'm ready to tell you what's up. Today, we're talking about what to do when things go wrong. So every time somebody asks you what's up, you tell them. No matter what happens, Jesus gives me peace. You know, life can be tough. Jesus told us that life can be full of trouble. Oh, man, I got bad grades at school, and then my dog ate my homework, and now he has diarrhea. But even though bad stuff does happen, Jesus can help us through it. After all, he has overcome the world. So anytime somebody asks you what's up, you tell them. No matter what happens, Jesus gives me peace. And that right there is what's up. I got a rainbow of flavor, and I'm living for my Savior. Skittles out, baby.
Okay, so our what's up for today is no matter what happens, Jesus gives me peace. Okay? So I want you to say it with me on the count of 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. No matter what happens, Jesus gives me peace. Good job. Good job. Okay. We're going to do this one more time because I want you to remember it, okay? As loud as you can, as long as no one else is, sleeping or reading or studying. We're going to say this together, okay? As loud as you can. So 1, 2, 3. No matter what happens, Jesus gives me peace. Good job. Okay. So, that is our what's up for today. Oh, 1 second.
Hello, recruits. It's me, Jack. Listen, I've just sent over a very important training exercise to your system. It's called Circle of Peace. Now, this particular training exercise will require you to all work together as a team. Now, don't fight against each other. Work together as a unit. Of course, to ensure that this training exercise runs smoothly, your leader is going to choose a few of you to help out. So, good training and good luck.
Okay, so our training exercise today is called Circle of Peace. However, we can't really work as a team right now because we're at home. So I have another training exercise for you, okay? So what I want you to do is you have 2 moves, okay? So I want you to do 5 push-ups, okay? Can you do 5 push-ups? So 1, 2, all the way to 5. So that's what you're going to do first. You have 5 push-ups, and then you're going to come up and you're going to do 5 jumping jacks in a circle, okay? So as you're jumping, you're going in a circle, okay? That's what you have to do in your training exercise. So you have 15 seconds to do this, okay? Are you ready? On your mark, get set, go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was 5 push-ups. Hurry up and do your jumping jacks. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm giving you 5 more seconds to finish. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good job, good job. You can take a seat, take a seat. Awesome job. That is all hands-on right there with you. Good job. That's your training exercise for today. Got you up and moving. Now, we're going to go ahead and move on, okay? We have our Bible story time. Bible story time. So go ahead in your Bible, and you are turning to John chapter 16, okay? John chapter 16. So Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Chapter 16. John chapter 16. When you get there, I want you to give me a thumbs up, okay? I'm giving you a thumbs up because I'm there. Perfect. So John chapter 16. Okay, so we've been learning about the events, right, that happened in the last 24 hours of Jesus' life on earth. So you might remember that last time we left off, Jesus and his disciples were all having a meal together called, the Last Supper. So Jesus had talked to them about serving each other and the fact that he was about to leave earth to go to where? Heaven. Good job. And prepare a place for them to meet him one day. So that's where we were last week, okay? So verse 31, so John chapter 16, verse 31 through 33. I'm going to read it really quick. Jesus answered them, "Do you now believe? Behold, the hour is coming. Indeed, it has come, when you will be scattered, each to his own home, and will leave me alone. Yet I am not alone, for the Father is with me. I have said these things to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world." So towards the end of the meal, Jesus began to talk about something very different, okay? He said, in this world you will have many trials and sorrows. Okay, so what does that mean? trials and sorrows. So trials, right, are hard times, things that are difficult for us to deal with, okay? It might be being sick. Someone in our family is sick, okay? It might be not being able to see our friends. That's hard for us. It's a trial for us, okay? And then sorrows. What does sorrow mean? It means disappointment. So it says, in this world you'll have many trials and sorrows. So the disciples, they were kind of shocked by this, okay? Why would Jesus be telling them this? If this was his last big speech before he went to heaven, shouldn't it be a little bit more encouraging, right? So they're like, why are you telling us that we're going to have hard times and we're going to be sad and disappointed? Why would Jesus want to predict that things are going to get hard for the disciples? Okay, so why do you think Jesus would want to predict that things are going to get hard for the disciples and people who follow Jesus? The reason Jesus did this is because he knew what was going to happen, right? Jesus is all-knowing, right? He knows what's going to happen in the future. The disciples were about to face really, really difficult times, okay? They were going to be hated. They were going to be beaten. They were going to be put in jail. And some of them would ultimately be killed for telling the world that Jesus was the Savior, okay? So think about that. Do we face tribulation or trials and sorrows right now? Of course we do, right? Jesus didn't say we were going to have a perfect life here on earth, right? He warned us right here that there were going to be hard times. So think about staying at home all the time. That's kind of hard. Okay, we think it's going to be so much fun, but after a while, it gets a little hard, okay? Not seeing your teachers every day. That's actually harder than you thought it would be, okay? Not seeing your friends. Those are things that are going on right now, okay? And those are hard for some of us. But Jesus knew that this was coming, okay? So he didn't want the disciples to be surprised that it was going to happen to them. So he straight up, he warned them, right? He said, there are going to be hard times ahead. And so after letting them know that life was going to be hard, Jesus shared something really incredible, okay? He said in verse 33, it says, I have said these things to you that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have tribulation, but take heart. I have overcome the world. So Jesus said, but take heart, for I have overcome the world. So Jesus was telling the disciples that they could have courage and peace. They didn't have to worry and freak out about what was happening because Jesus was promising that he would take care of the disciples. Just like he takes care of us, right? So nothing can stop the power of God. I want you to say that with me. Nothing can stop the power of God. Okay? Today, we're going to learn the same lesson that the disciples learned. We're going to learn that although this world can be kind of difficult at times, that Jesus will give you the peace you need in the midst of trouble. I think we have a power verse video really quick.
Well, children, it is I, Dr. Fullawax, and I'm back with another secret message from Q-Tip's code book, the Bible. I shall discover and decipher its true meanings. Isn't that right, Mr. Cuckles? This week's secret message says, here on earth you will have many trials and sorrows, but take heart, because I have overcome the world. John 16:33. Now this is an interesting message. Perhaps if I have some help saying it, then it will become more clearer to my brain. how about if the girls stand up and help me? Are you ready, girls? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Here on earth you will have many trials and sorrows. But take heart, because I have overcome the world. John 16:33. Very good, girls. Now you can sit down. Now I need the boys to stand up to say it with me. Then maybe I can figure out what this message means. Ready, boys? On the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Here on earth you will have many trials and sorrows. But take heart, because I have overcome the world. John 16:33. Great job. You can have a seat. Now I think I've actually cracked the code this week. You see, I have been having such a hard time with my henchmen lately. They're giving me such a headache. I tell them to execute my elaborate plans to eliminate Agent Bow Wow, and they always seem to mess it up. They get arrested, knocked out cold instantly, or they completely forget what to do. For instance, my recent plan was to go and capture a rare ruby from a museum. Instead, they brought me back the receptionist named Amber. Not even the same crystal. I don't know what to do with my stress. But this code is saying that life is full of hard times, and not to worry that Jesus will give us peace. I may have solved it. But just to make sure I've got it, let me have everyone stand up and say it with me. Ready, everybody, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Here on earth you will have many trials and sorrows. But take heart, because I have overcome the world. John 16:33. Good job, everybody. You can have a seat. Well, Agent Bow Wow, looks like I cracked your code and learned something that would make me a better person. Nah, I better get back to trying to crack Q-Tip's code book, the Bible. Until next time, I'm Dr. Full of Wax, and this is Mr. Cuddles bidding you adieu.
Okay, so we have our Power Verse video. Really quick, I want you to say it with me, okay? Here on earth you will have many trials and sorrows, but take heart, because I have overcome the world. John 16:33. Okay, I want you to write on your piece of paper, John 16:33, and I want you to work on this verse today, okay? Because it's our power verse. So, where we're going now is we're going to go ahead into our call of action. However, here comes Agent Jack.
Hello, recruits. It's me, Jack. Listen, by now you've probably heard about Jesus' promise that he made to his disciples at the Last Supper. Well, that promise is one that will help you and me get through all of life's most difficult situations. Oh, life is full of tough times, and we need to remember this promise. So, it's the most important part of your training, and I want you to sit up straight and pay close attention. This could change your life. It's a lesson your leader is going to teach you called When Things Go Wrong. Until next time, this is Special Agent Jack Bow Wow, signing off.
Okay, so we're going to get into our call to action. So today it's called When Things Go Wrong, okay? So have you ever wondered what it would be like if nothing bad ever happened to you? So if nothing ever went wrong, you had all the coolest stuff, no one ever got sick, and you had all the snacks and candies that you wanted in the whole entire world. So, just think, close your eyes and imagine this world where everything goes your way, everything is just the way that you want it to go. Okay, it sounds like a really nice world, right? You can go ahead and open your eyes. So that would be really awesome, right? If we had everything that went just the way we wanted to go. Nothing bad happened to us. However, is this what life is really like, being a Christian? What do you think? No. Okay? Of course not. So life isn't perfect, and it's not without trouble or without problems. The sad thing is, though, that a lot of people believe that as a Christian, we should have a perfect life. They believe that becoming a Christian will make all of the troubles disappear. But that's not the way it is. And Jesus taught us that life is full of hard times. So I want you to say that with me. Life is full of hard times. So when Jesus was sitting at the table with the disciples, he didn't say, guys, nothing bad will ever happen to you. Right? Jesus said that in this world you will have many trials and sorrows. So he's telling them right then, right? You're going to have things that are hard. You're going to be disappointed. You're going to be sad. So why did Jesus feel the need to tell the disciples that life is full of hard times? Up to this point, everything had been pretty good for the disciples since they decided to go and follow Jesus. They had seen so many miracles happen, but they didn't know what was about to happen, right? Jesus was preparing them for what was about to happen. Have any of you ever had anything bad happen to you? Okay, we all have, right? You might have had a family member pass away. You might have gotten really sick and had to go to the hospital, right? You might have been bullied at school. Hard times they're not fun at all, are they? No. We don't like it when the bad things happen either, right? We want everything to go well, but sometimes things don't always go our way. We all wish that we could go about life as nothing bad ever happens. But following Jesus doesn't mean life is going to be easy. When you're following Jesus, bad things will happen. But the good news is, because you follow Jesus, you don't have to worry. Okay? So say that with me. You don't have to worry. Jesus said, but take heart, after he told the disciples there would be many trials and sorrows. Do you know what take heart means? Okay, it means have courage. Don't be afraid. Don't worry. Do you know why we don't have to worry? Because Jesus gives me peace. I want you to say that. Jesus gives me peace. So what does peace mean? No conflict, that everything is okay. Okay? Jesus overcame the world. Because he did, we can have peace. In the part right before our power verse, John 16:33, Jesus said, I have told you these things so that you may have peace in me. So when someone in your family passes away, you can have peace in Jesus. When you get sick or a family member gets sick, you can still have peace in Jesus. When you're getting bullied at school or by your friends, right? You can still have peace in Jesus. We might have hard times in our life as followers of Jesus, but we can also have peace because we follow Jesus. Could you imagine life? Can you imagine living life without Jesus? Do you know what would happen if you didn't have Jesus? You would still have the hard times and trouble. But the problem is, you'd have the hard times without the peace of Jesus. Jesus is our hope, right? If you're going to have a difficulty in life, wouldn't you rather have Jesus right there by your side? We don't know what's ahead, okay? We don't know what's going to happen in the next week. We don't know what's going to happen in the next day, okay? However, we can have peace because we follow Jesus, right? And we have Jesus in our heart. He's the one who knows what's going to happen before it even does. And he's always by our side. So that's very encouraging, and that's something that we need to cling to, is that even in the uncertainty of life, right, we have Jesus. Jesus has a plan. Jesus wants the best for us, right? Really quick, I want you to bow your head, close your eyes, and I'm going to pray, okay? Dear Lord, I just thank you for all of these boys and girls watching, God, and adults, Lord. I just pray that you would be with them, God, that you would just make your presence known, Lord. I pray that as we're dealing with different things in life right now, God, that you would just give us peace, God, that we would know that we would just turn to you, God, and that you would comfort us, Lord, and that we would just cling to your word, God. We love you so much, and I pray that everyone has a great week, God, that everyone stays well, and I just love you so much, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Okay, really quick before we go, we're going to do our brain drain questions, okay? So, brain drain questions. Question number 1. What's up today? Jesus will give me peace. No matter what happens, Jesus gives me peace, or I don't need peace. The correct answer is no matter what happens, Jesus gives me peace. Okay, question number 2. What did Jesus say this world was full of? Was it full of candy and rainbows, love and joy, or trials and sorrows? Think about the lesson today, okay? And the correct answer is trials and sorrows. Okay, question number 4. Wait, I skipped ahead. Sorry. Question number 3. Were the disciples surprised to hear that they would face trouble? Were they shocked? Or were they like, oh yeah, we knew that, right? The correct answer is yes. They were shocked by what Jesus had said. Okay, question number 4. Jesus said that the disciples could take heart because he had blank. Help them overcome the world or ate a bowl of jelly beans, right? The correct answer is overcome the world, right? Jesus already won the battle. Okay, question number 5. Will Jesus give us peace during our troubles? What do you think the correct answer is? Yes. Jesus is going to give us peace during our troubles, right? If we seek him. Okay, number 6. What does TikTok think she is? We didn't do this part, so I'm going to skip this question, okay? Number 7. According to our lesson today, life is full of blank blank. Yellow unicorns, hard times, or rough situations. You got to remember what our thing was, okay? We studied this one together. Correct answer is hard times, okay? Number 8, according to our lesson today, you don't have to fear, you don't have to laugh, or you don't have to worry. And the correct answer is you don't have to worry. Number 9, according to our lesson today, Jesus gives me blank. Peace, patience, or free food, right? The correct answer is peace. Good job. Last question. Where was our power verse found? Okay, you should have this written down on a piece of paper. Ephesians 1:24, John 16:33, or Matthew 4:8. The correct answer is John 16:33. Good job, everybody. Round of applause. Good job, good job. Okay, I hope you have the best week, okay? The best week ever. Go outside, enjoy the nice weather, and I'm praying for each and every one of you. I hope you have just a great week, and I can't wait to see you again.